Get Gutsy, episode number 233, Witches, Creatrixes, and Money Magic. Welcome to Get Gutsy. I'm your host, Jenny Fennig, and I am so excited to be on this journey with you. A cutting-edge show blending business and spirituality, Get Gutsy serves up a potent blend of stories, lessons, and tips to help you make a massive impact in the world through your soul's work and your inspired life. No more going it alone, no more excuses. The world needs more brave women saying yes to leadership. Are you with me? Good. Let's get gutsy now.
Hey there, everyone. It's Jenny here. Excited to connect with you on this live stream. I have a few things that I want to say. This is going to be a juicy one. The theme of this conversation is witches, creatrixes, and money magic. It's going to be good. And let's get started, shall we? Witches, creatrixes, and money magic. It's one of my favorite titles of all time. Just want to let you know. All right, listen. Close to 2 years ago, I read a book that changed my life. That book is Witch by Lisa Lister. If you haven't read it, I highly recommend that you do. I had been feeling something coming alive inside that I needed language for. Then I tasted these words by Lisa on the pages of the book. Here are the words. The witch is a woman fully in her power. She's in touch with the dark. She knows how to be the witness, how to let things go, and how to follow her own counsel. Most importantly, though, she questions everything. She hears the whispers of those who have gone before her, and she feels the ancient secrets that are in her bones. Feel those words. I'm going to say that again. She hears the whispers of those who have gone before her, and she feels the ancient secrets that are in her bones. She's the one who knows without fail that there's more to this life than actually meets the eye. Breathe with me on that. She causes hierarchical power structures to shake in her wake. She knows that in any given moment she can be a hot mess, a woman of grace and beauty, angry and grief-struck, loved and pleasure-sated, tired and soft, or raw and vulnerable. She also knows that in some moments she can be all of these at once. She's whole. That's just one passage of many that got down deep into my cells. I devoured this book, which then led me to spend a day in Salem, Massachusetts, where I went even deeper. I live in Massachusetts, but I had never been to Salem before. I had heard about Salem, those infamous Salem witch trials that we heard about in school. And as a result of me reading that book, I felt the deep desire to go to Salem. And while I was there, I went to a shop and I discovered a tincture called Creatrix. And Creatrix is also the name of one of the chapters in Witch. And I had never heard that word Creatrix before. I had obviously heard creator. And we so often hear the male version of words and not the female version. Our whole structure was very much designed with that male lens. And so when we're exposed to these other ways of describing something that is more from that feminine lens, it wakes us up. And that's what happened for me. And I bought the tincture. I used it in the bathtub as I soaked in my visions and dreams under the light of the moon shining through my skylight. And from there, I truly embraced my identity as not only a witch, but as a creatrix. And that felt really good. And it felt rebellious and yet very honest and real and true. These words describe me in ways that other words never fully grasped. And that was, it was like a revelation. A creatrix knows how to bring forth and produce. She is a female founder. She's an authoress. She's a creator. She is me. And she is you. And as I really have played with this concept of creatrix, not just the concept, but the identity, I've come to realize that she is the ultimate businesswoman. She knows how to manifest. She makes magic and money with ease and pleasure and delight. She is adored by money. She knows how to align her creations with an audience who will gladly invest in them. And her capacity to receive is very strong. She's able to expand her capacity as desired. She is an absolute force. Absolute. As we move into the darkest part of the year and the very potent celebrations of Halloween and Samhain, I invite you to revel in what it is to be a woman fully in her power. That's my invitation for you today. Revel in what it is to be a woman fully in her power. Fully in her creations, fully in her desires, fully in her abundance, fully in her magic, fully awake. Just breathe into that right now. That's your invitation. That's the invocation. I invite you to be that woman who is taking a stand for the work that is yours to create and own and share. What is that for you? What does that look like? How does that feel? What shifts are you ready to make? What decisions are you ready to make? And I want to let you know that there's an area of being a creatrix that for me has been a most tremendous journey, most tremendous and transformative experience in my business and my career, and that is of leading groups of amazing clients for transformation. Basically setting up the conditions for transformation to occur, being really intelligent about the design of these creations, these programs, these structures, and being able to lead these experiences either online or in person. And I need to take a sip of my tea. This is the time of year that I move through that cough. That is New England, which is always kind of an interesting thing to play with. Being a Florida girl, being a Southern girl, being here in New England and having to kind of figure out still how to work with that, how to work with the change in seasons, how to work with the change in the temperature, all that. So back to my point, if you are called to lead groups of amazing clients for transformative experiences, if that concept makes your soul sing, if you've thought about doing it, if you're kind of doing it, but you want to go further with this, if you want to go deeper with this, then I have something for you, okay? It's called Program Creatrix, and it's totally incredible. I often will, name my things. I have to be inspired by the names of my things and the names of my creations. I take naming really seriously. It's super fun for me. There just needs to be energy within the name. There needs to be this container that inspires me, excites me. It's something I'm going to throw myself into. right? And then I have to feel that it's going to captivate my audience. It's going to really communicate the power of this creation. And so, as we were just talking about witches, creatrixes, money magic, that term creatrix, which I was introduced to in the book Witch, and then went on that adventure to Salem, bought the tincture, it really stayed with me. And last year in 2018, I created something with that and wanted to teach coaches and consultants and wellness professionals and healers how to do this thing, how to create, launch, and lead transformational experiences, because I believe that the world needs more of these. There's a lot of people right now who are struggling, who are lonely, who feel lost, who feel overwhelmed, who feel frustrated, who feel like, oh my gosh, I'm looking for support here. And when you really step into this, it's a game changer. It's absolutely a game changer. And so that's why I created Program Creatrix. It's essentially 7 weeks of aligned action as you breathe life into your creation. Your creation, where you're going to be serving groups of incredible people. You're going to have me as your seasoned guide. And I'll tell you that even if you're not clear now on what you want to create, you're going to get clear and make moves in Program Creatrix. So this is really your opportunity to set yourself up for the most epic 2020 starting now. This is 100% online. It's 100% awesome. You can participate from anywhere in the world. And that's something that I love too about, being a creatrix and understanding the technology and the nuances of this work. I don't just work with people in my local geographic area. I love the Berkshires of Massachusetts, where I live, and I do have a few clients from this area, and most of my clients are not living in the Berkshires, and I also love that. I love that I have clients in the Philippines. I have clients in California. I have clients in Florida. I have clients in Minnesota. I mean, you name it, I have clients there. And that allows me to feel really connected to the world and how big this world is, and yet how small it can feel when you put your work out there and you have people wanting to be a part of it from halfway across the planet. That to me is so gratifying, and is something that I want to help you do if you're called for it. So here's the deal. We are filling Program Creatrix by application. We are just about at the end of our application period. JennyFennig.com/lead. I'll drop the link underneath this video. You can check it out. JennyFennig.com/lead is where you can apply. And I want to let you know that this is the last time I will be leading this program live and personally guiding my clients through it. I have some big things that I'm working on for 2020. Some big shifts and changes are brewing in my cauldron, right? And when we feel those shifts and changes, we have to be willing to make shifts and changes. We can't always do the same things in the next cycle, because we just can't. And so I am really pumped about this final voyage where I'll be leading a group through Program Creatrix. I look at some of my clients who've come through in the past few groups and what they've created, how they've evolved, how they've stepped into higher levels of leadership, and that just gets me so freaking pumped. So we start this Thursday on Halloween because it's so magical on Halloween, and that's one of my little tricks that I do. I'll start my programs on days that feel very auspicious and aligned for me. I often will look at like anniversaries or birthdays or stuff like that, and we'll talk more about it on Program Creatrix. So we're starting this Thursday on Halloween. If you want my help, fill out your application. Let's get moving. All right. Final thoughts for you today before we end. And thanks so much for tuning in. You don't need to have everything planned out and organized in any realm of your life before you can make a move. Not only is this not required, it is not recommended. I find that women really struggle here, like big time. So much so that it's having an impact on your results and on your success. This is, I love being a woman. I love serving women. This is the part that we screw up. Okay. This is the part where we're struggling and we're weak because we think that we have to have everything all designed out and ready to go before we can even say a word about something. It's just not how it works. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to know where it's all going to take you. You just don't. A woman who is fully in her power knows how to flow. She knows how to figure it out as she moves forward. She knows the universe is always conspiring on her behalf. Take that in. The universe is always conspiring on your behalf. You have to believe this. You have to believe this. That's your job. Other elements of your job, be open, be willing, trust that you are ready for the thing that's calling you forward, for the thing that you're excited about, for the thing that you can't not do, and believe that you're worthy of walking through that door. So much of this work is related to you feeling worthy. So much of your money is related to your worth, your feelings of worthiness. And this is stuff that we go into pretty much in any coaching experience that someone is engaged in with me. So that is my wish for you, my hope for you, is that you know that you are worthy of walking through that door that you see right now, that you're not quite sure what's on that other side, but your curiosity of getting in that space and going after the thing that you desire, you're going to follow that more than you're going to be sidetracked by your fear and your doubt of, can you handle it? You got it? Thanks so much for tuning in. This was fun. Much love to you, my fellow witches and creatrixes. Here's to all those wonderful creations that are meant to come through you next. I'll see you soon. Happy Halloween. Happy Samhain. This is one of my favorite weeks of the entire year. I just love it. Quick insight to the veil is very thin right now. The veil between the worlds, right? And so you have access to a lot of wisdom, connection with spirit guides, the beyond. So leverage this time, really be in it, and make it magical for you and for your business and for those things that are meant to come through you next. All right, any questions, let me know. Take good care. Bye.
I hope you enjoyed this episode of Get Gutsy as much as I enjoyed creating it for you. Are you responsible for leading and growing your spiritual business? If so, I have a free tool for you that will help you spread your message like wildfire. It's called the Sacred Marketing Puzzle, and it's a one-page PDF guide that simplifies the often mysterious and confusing world of marketing. When you use sacred marketing tools to amplify your message, you'll provide huge value to your tribe and grow your business. What are you waiting for? Go to jennyfennig.com/puzzle to get yours instantly. That's jennyfennig.com/puzzle. Gutsy leaders, unite!